Right now, the federal minimum wage is still $7.25 an hour. It's been that way since July 24th, 2009. To keep up with inflation, the $7.25 people were making in July 2009 would need to be more like $10.70 today. The Trump administration not signaling any plans to boost wages for low-income workers. The president tiptoed around any commitments to raise the federal minimum wage to our Kristen Welker.
I will agree. It's a very low number. There is a level at which you could do it. Absolutely. Yeah.
What is that level?
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know.
His Treasury Secretary pick, Scott Bessent, far more clear when pressed in his confirmation hearings.
So you don't think we should change the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour?
No, sir.
Okay.
For individuals making the $7.25 an hour, working a full-time job across a whole year, that adds up to just $20 more than the federal poverty guidelines. But how many people are making that amount these days? The thing is, fewer and fewer states actually use the federal minimum wage. As of January 1st, 20 states do, according to the Department of Labor, 19 of which voted for the president. The other 30 have higher wages, topping out at more than $16 in Washington state and California, two of the states with the highest cost of living. Those moves often driven by voters. Just last year, Alaska and Missouri backing ballot measures to raise theirs. Other states tying their minimum wage to inflation, which one left-leaning nonprofit says could put $420 more annually in a worker's pocket. And even in those states still stuck on the federal minimum wage, few workers actually make it. For example, Pennsylvania's minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. But in the state's biggest city, Philadelphia, it's up to $16.35. And according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, of the 80 million plus workers paid by the hour in the U.S., just 81,000 make $7.25 an hour. Now, almost 800,000 earned less hourly because their jobs rely on overtime or tips. And that's the president's focus, targeting tax cuts to comfort your cash.
I also intend to keep my promises, starting with no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, and no tax on overtime.
The president endorsing a new budget by House Republicans pushing $4.5 trillion in tax cuts, offset by unclear spending cuts. But according to an NBC News analysis, that House proposal may not leave room for the no tax on tips plan due to its cost, estimated to be between $100 to $550 billion over 10 years. All of it begging the question, will low-wage workers be a priority? Christine Romans, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.